Hello there. I'm just coming back from the movies once again. Let me think now. What movie did I just go and see? I came from Beetlejuice. That movie was pretty good. It was a lot bloodier than the original. I don't remember there being any blood. Oh no, that's not true. There was some weird afterlife stuff in the first one, because people are in pretty rough shape when they're in the afterlife. And they continued with that. The dad from the first movie exists in this movie as a headless corpse that's walking around the afterlife trying to go through all of his troubles. But I thought it was a pretty good movie. And weirdly enough, there was a preview for the Joker sequel, which I thought was just strange, because that movie isn't even in theaters anymore. They took that sucker out of the theaters. So it's like, yeah, I was really surprised to see that preview. But here's the thing is, every movie, whether we're talking Venom 3 or whether we're talking Beetlejuice, every movie is a better musical than Joker 2. I'm sorry, it just is the way it is. Everybody else was had a song in their fucking heart. And I dare say even the people who made the preview for the Joker sequel, because that was a pretty good preview, actually. Having seen the Joker sequel and knowing that it's a big pile of shit, that preview not only looked pretty good, it actually led on to the fact that it was going to be a musical. It wasn't hiding it at all. But we all know how that turned out. Or maybe you haven't. And I just can't stop talking about it. In case you didn't get enough of that in my other hour-long ranting video, I did not like Joker. Folie à Dieu. I thought that movie sucked. And it's one of those movies that sucks more the more you think about it. But yeah, Beetlejuice was pretty good. Everybody's returning in their roles, just about. We didn't get the ghosts returning, but other than that, we got pretty well everybody, I think. Winona Ryder was in there. Tim Burton's directing again. Danny Elfman is Elfmaning his fucking heart out with the music. Every song of his, every song that's like awesome Danny Elfman music that isn't just an awesome good song. Because this movie is full of a lot of great music and is just kind of fun, and there's also references to the first movie. Like the song they're singing at the funeral, I think was a pretty big reference there. It's pretty funny to sing that at a funeral. I can't even do the song. The upbeat song they were all forced to sing in the first movie when they were all at the kitchen table and everybody was forced to sing the song. It's that song. If you don't know what it is from that, then don't worry about it. There's a lot going on. I heard some reviews of this movie say that the side plots don't really matter. And I'll say, that's kind of fair enough, but at the same time, it filled out the movie, it gave it some girth to work with. And so I don't think it was that bad by any means. I think it filled out pretty good, yeah. I like the music. I'm just going to say that over and over again. Like I say, it was bloodier than the first one. I thought that was an interesting choice. There was just a little bit more gore here and there. It wasn't very much overall. It's still pretty tame. Still falls well within the 14A, I think. Danny DeVito's in this fucking movie. Like, holy shit. He's just not in there for very long, but he's janitor, monster man Danny DeVito. And, yeah. You know, that's kind of cool. I mean, what more can he ask for? Danny DeVito in a Beetlejuice movie. Now, I might as well talk about it just because I can't think of anything else to talk about. The dad, who is dead for the whole movie, he got into some trouble a few years ago. I don't know exactly what it was, but it wasn't very good. And so they kind of wanted to erase him from this movie to a degree, or at least they didn't want to give him a role in this movie, as I feel was their compromise. They kept his character in the movie, but it was definitely played by a different guy, because I'm pretty sure, I don't even think they had to pay for his likeness in this movie, except maybe for one, they had this tombstone, it had his face on it, and that might have been enough that they had to pay the guy from the first movie. But, you know, shit happens. I don't want to write off anybody's crimes as anything minimal, so it's one of those things. It's totally all right for the studio to say, I want to be distanced from this actor because of what they've done in their life, being illegal. I don't want to say without knowing for sure, but I'm pretty sure it was some pedophile allegations, if it wasn't outright confirmed, or maybe it was child pornography, something along those lines, I believe is what it was. I'm sorry if I'm just way off base and I'm just way wrong, but it was something like that. So I can understand the studio not taking any chance at all, and just saying, no, we don't want this actor in this movie, and we don't think it diminishes the movie all that much. They had a little cartoon depicting him dying. Stop motion animation, not so much a cartoon. And that was the one scene they had him walking around, and then the rest of the movie, he's a headless corpse, and so both times you don't need the actor from the first movie. You can just figure it out, you know. But yeah. I decided to stop at Burger King so I could sneak a burger into the theater. It was totally worth it. Oh yeah, you gotta have some real food. Last time I was in the theater, I got sick after eating the hot dogs, and so I wasn't really sure if I wanted to have hot dogs again. They tasted pretty good, but yeah, I threw them up, and so I feel those hot dogs weren't very good, but maybe they were, and it was just me, and it was nothing to do with the hot dogs. Who knows? But I got the popcorn this time. I've said in other videos there, I really don't like the butter they use now, because it's like totally, it's not margarine. If it was margarine, I wouldn't care. If it was butter, I would really not care. But what it is it's some kind of artificial popcorn topping, and I just don't think it tastes very good at all. And the thing is, it tastes better at the beginning, but the taste changes. the more you eat it. It just gives you kind of like an aftertaste. And I did get a large popcorn this time, but I think I just need to start getting the large popcorn and just get a regular. Maybe that's a solution. I wish they would just have non-spicy cheese for the nachos. I would get me some nachos. I love that. Oh well. It's a nice night tonight. It's a little chilly, I'll say that much. It's I'm feeling the chill, and it's I don't even think it's 7 o'clock, and it's like looks late out. It's not that late. Hope you all had a happy Halloween. I had a very quiet Halloween, but we got one trick-or-treat, or one group, like one little family with 2 kids. So, one group, 2 trick-or-treaters, 3 if you count the dad. I think he had a bag for his candy too. You know, everybody should get some candy. Yeah. Hope everybody's excited about Christmas. I know I sure am. I know I sure am. I'm almost wondering, I feel like they're planning for a third Beetlejuice movie. Like, I mean, just the way the title is, you know? Because it's like, it's Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. And, you know, 3 Beetlejuices is a movie thing, too. So it's like, are they going for a Beetlejuice Beetlejuice? Or is that just too much? I don't know. I would watch another Beetlejuice movie. If it was like this movie, I would definitely watch another one. I can see why everybody's so happy with this movie. It did not disappoint. The effects were all really good. I was really wondering what they were going to do for the sandworms, because they were stop motion in the original Beetlejuice, and it's not stop motion, but they do a good job of making it look kind of similar texture, I suppose. I don't want to say rubbery or plasticine-y, but yeah, that's kind of what they're going for, I think. They didn't perfectly imitate the stop motion or anything, but they put effort into it. That helps. Whew, it's cold tonight, I tell you. I mean, maybe I'm just not used to it. Makes you wonder if there's going to be other Tim Burton stuff. Like, they're going to make a new Nightmare Before some holiday movie. I'd watch another Nightmare Before Christmas or whatever. I think that would be cool. Is Tim Burton up for that? That would be awesome. Danny Elfman do the music in that too? I don't think he does. I think it's more people than that. Actually, now that I think about it, does Tim Burton even do Nightmare Before Christmas? Is that one of those misconceptions where you think it's him, but it's actually somebody else? Maybe it's somebody else. Now I gotta look up who directed Nightmare Before Christmas. I feel like that's a Tim Burton movie. What's the one that you think is the Tim Burton movie but isn't? I think it's that movie or something else. Huh, pot shop is still open. I guess it's not that late. If you're looking for a nice store to just kind of look around, go to your old bong shops. You know, because I feel like somehow they got screwed over in the whole legalizing marijuana thing. And they should have got more customers, but it seems like everybody goes to the weed stores to get their pipes and stuff. And we forget about the guys who were selling pipes before. You know, gotta support local and all that stuff. Those Retro Relics and at one point Coyote Moon were two separate locations. Now they're kind of one location. That's like roots of Grand Prairie kind of stuff. When I was in my business class, the guy who owned Retro Relics, and at the time he owned Retro Relics, The Rabbit Hole, and Coyote Moon. And he came and talked, and I did job shadowing with him. You know, he's like serious local ties there, you know? Like, the guy who owns it now is that guy's son. So it's like, there's history there. And I always feel bad for, like, even just now, I just walked by. I should be going in that store and maybe buying a pipe or something, you know? Maybe that's what that'll be my birthday present to me, is I'll buy a pipe from the bong shop or something. I don't know. Yeah, I'll make plans to go back there. And I'll go get me some kind of a smoking device or something. Or I could get a book, you know? He's got a lot of books. I don't read enough books. It's one of my biggest regrets. But I always feel bad about people who make you think you're stupid if you don't read books. And so I kind of say, well, screw you, I'm not going to read any books. And it doesn't really make sense. All right. 1 second. But yeah, this year is coming to an end. It's the beginning of November. And I mean, it's going to be a whole new year coming up. Get to start it all over again. Myself, I would really like to get a dog. Like, that's like my dream right now, is I would like to be a dog owner again. But I live with my dad right now, and I have a feeling he's probably not going to like that idea. He's got a cat, but I'm pretty sure if we introduce the puppy to the cat, we can have them live together in harmony. I don't know. That's just me. That's my dream right now, is I hope I can be a dog owner again. That would be the coolest thing, I think. Just have a companion, you know?